Hello guys, I am Betex AW and today we are going to discuss on the hidden ability of the giant gauntlet, an equipment of the barbarian king. And for this I am going to use one of my bases. My war base should do good, so yeah, my war base. And using this I would briefly explain the giant gauntlet's hidden ability. So first I'm going to create some room using my yetis, and then we would see the king clearly. So yeah, the king's ability goes off immediately he's about to get killed, and we can see its effect. That's the effect of the giant gauntlet and the barbarian summoning equipment. So now that's totally normal. Uh there's nothing on that, but now we shall do the same thing, but only this time we are going to activate the ability of the Grand Warden. So as we can see, the ability of the Grand Warden has faded, and the king is facing heat from the infernos. But tada, he's not dead. He has his own harnessed ability, which temporarily protects him from all incoming attacks, as if he had the ability of the Grand Warden. So yeah, now I'm going to explain how you can activate this ability at will, or I'm going to explain how this can be controlled, or I'm going to explain so this hidden ability is better understood. And for this I'm going to test out all the equipment and pinpoint the main equipment which are necessary for this special hack. Well, I don't actually call it a hack, but yeah. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing again, creating some space for the king to work and activating the ground's ability. This time the equipment on the king are that of the gauntlet and the vamp stash. So as you see, he is still harnessed even after the Grand Warden has lost juice to keep his ability active. So clearly it's definitely the gauntlet which has this ability, and I shall further demonstrate and explain this further so we can all see and understand the hidden ability of this gauntlet, the giant gauntlet. Now this ability, does it stay active even after the Grand Warden is dead? We shall find out in this attack. So yeah, the Barbarian King activates this ability and the Grand Warden dies, but the Barbarian King is still going. He still has his ability on, which definitely demonstrates that the Grand Warden isn't needed at the time the ability is already activated. And now we are going to find out if the Grand Warden is also needed for the activation of this ability to be valid at the time. So Yeah, we are going to do the same thing, but now only this time the ground warden is dead, but the king is still alive, and the ability hasn't yet been activated. Okay, so here we clearly see the ability is again activated, so the king is harnessed once more, protecting him from the single inferno, one of the most deadly defenses in COC, that's Clash of Clans. Alright, so now we are going to test other equipments to see if they have a special tone on the king, as we have found out on the gauntlet, or we have found out about the giant's gauntlet. So this time we are taking the earthquake and rage vial, which clearly doesn't work because the king is dead. Now we are going to swap the rage vial with the giant gauntlet, and we can see the difference clearly now. Alright, so again, this time the gauntlet and the earthquake are the equipment on the barbarian king. So clearly the earthquake boots go off, and the gauntlet maintains its hidden ability, which harnesses the king and protects him. For as long as the gauntlet's ability is active, the king is protected. Also, if we have noticed, the ability doesn't affect the pets. But what about the summoned barbarians? Does this ability affect the summoned barbarians, or do the summoned barbarians have the ability to get harnessed just like the king? So we shall find out in this attack. Alright, so the ground warden is dead, and the ability of the king, yeah, goes off. As you can see, the rage barbarians are getting killed by the Inferno Towers and the X-Bows, which clearly demonstrates that this ability doesn't affect, or the summoned barbarians do not have this ability, because clearly they lack the giant gauntlet. So now what if the king has the giant gauntlet, and now we now test which equipment actually promotes this hidden ability, that's from the ground warden. Alright, so we have removed the eternal tome, and the king, clearly the giant gauntlet goes off, but the king dies. So we can see that the eternal tome is actually also part of this hidden ability, or it plays a very important role in this hidden ability of the giant's gauntlet. Alright, so now does this gauntlet only source the harness ability of the ground warden, or does it also source the healing ability of the healing tome? Let's find out in this attack. Alright, so the ground warden is dead again, and the ability goes off. As we can see, the king is harnessed, but his life, his HP doesn't seem to be increasing. So he's just harnessed but not healing. So the healing tome of the ground warden has nothing to do with this hidden ability of the giant's gauntlet, just the eternal tome. So now what the healing tome is incapable of doing, maybe we can see with so replacing the healing tome with the other equipment. The Barbarian King obviously still activates this ability, and this time, well, this test is almost the same as the others, but then I mean, why not test stuff, so well, same results. The king still gets this ability, and yeah, it's valid. Now we are going to test this ability on all the heroes. Do all the heroes also get a special added ability with their own equipment, or added ability to their own equipment? Well, the king obviously has the harness ability, so we shall focus on the royal champion and the archer queen. Now the royal champion, her ability goes off, but we can see that she is instantly killed after that, and the queen as well, her ability goes off. That's a giant arrow and the cloak, but this is clearly shown that the other heroes do not have any special added ability by this test. So clearly the only equipments which have like combo are the giant gauntlet and the eternal tome. Okay guys, so thank you for watching the video, and possibly leave a like and share if the video was actually interesting to you, and also feel free to subscribe to the channel, so as soon as I find other interesting details, you can get them here. Yeah, so until the next time, Betix AW out. What about all the things you used to say to me? This ain't the way it's supposed to be, and you know I wouldn't do that to you. You know I wouldn't treat you that way. No, I've been running, can't catch up. Oh love, what I won't do. Oh, you got me chasing waterfall. Oh, you got me chasing waterfall.